Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Yellowstone's 4 upcoming spin-offs, ranked by how excited we are. There are plenty of Yellowstone stories to look forward to, even if the flagship series wrapped up season 5. Taylor Sheridan's Dutton family exists not just in the screenwriter's Yellowstone series, but also in its offshoots, which include 1883 and 1923 so far. The prequels saturate the Dutton family tree in Yellowstone, comprising 7 generations of pioneers and ranchers. The screenwriter plans to add even more stories to his modern Western universe, including 4 spin-offs for viewers to enjoy that will expand the lore and drama of Yellowstone. The most fascinating part about the roster of Taylor Sheridan's upcoming TV shows is that many will occur in the present, adjacent to the timeline in the flagship. Sheridan's offshoots of the Dutton family have been anchored in the past so far, acting as period pieces that enhance the Dutton story. Still, 3 of the 4 upcoming Yellowstone series are slated to occur in the present, and each modern-day saga varies from the flagship enough to warrant exploration. Sheridan also has one more prequel lined up, and it could be the best Yellowstone installment yet. While the Texas spin-off has an exciting premise, Sheridan's Yellowstone 6666 spin-off is complicated to get excited about because there haven't been any solid updates. The series would star Jefferson White alongside Taylor Sheridan's Travis Wheatley after Yellowstone Season 4 sets up the characters to work together, turning Jimmy into a proper cowboy. The 4 Sixes Ranch, 6666, in West Texas is the series' namesake, and Sheridan owns the ranch where the spin-off will presumably shoot most of its scenes. Following the Yellowstone finale in December, a cautious update from Yellowstone executive producer Christina Voros came about the show when speaking with TV Line. Voros essentially couldn't say for sure whether Yellowstone spin-offs 6666 and 1944 were still in production, noting that Sheridan closed some doors in the finale while leaving others open. Regarding leaving doors open, Sheridan didn't close any on the Texas spin-off in Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2. To the contrary, presumed 6666 cast members, Jimmy Herdstrom and Travis Wheatley, appear throughout the back half of Season 5. There are also numerous references to the 4 Sixes Ranch, where the cowboys spend time in the Lone Star State. One of the most significant is the 4 Sixes vodka in Yellowstone Season 5, Episode 10, which was a direct nod to Sheridan's brand. While the report confirming a new Yellowstone offshoot starring Kelly Reilly and Cole Hauser was exciting, it's hard to imagine how Beth and Rip's story will distinguish itself from the flagship. The report announced Beth and Rip's offshoot would share a lot of DNA with the Yellowstone flagship, including other familiar faces alongside Reilly and Hauser's characters and the Yellowstone moniker in the title. The details tied the story to the flagship more than any other spin-off. Unlike Sheridan's other upcoming prequels that depart from Yellowstone, the Dutton Ranch Lovebird story will take place in Montana and focus on many of the same characters from the flagship, confusing it with its predecessor. The proximity to Yellowstone Season 6 could lead to legal hurdles for Beth and Rip's Yellowstone spin-off, preventing the series from getting off the ground. Still, it will be fun to watch Beth and Rip start their lives independent of the Yellowstone when the series takes off. The Madison will be a unique Yellowstone offshoot since the series makes an unprecedented story choice by focusing on a dynasty outside the Dutton family tree. The Madison Yellowstone spin-off will concentrate on the Clyburn family, led by Michelle Pfeiffer as Stacy Clyburn. The series will focus on the family as they relocate to Montana following the death of their patriarch. Still, despite being part of a different family, the Madison characters will exist in Beth and Case's Montana. Yellowstone's spin-offs are exciting and build on the series' existing lore while standing independently. Therefore, the Madison is even more exciting than Beth and Rip's Yellowstone spin-off, since their story will share so much DNA with the fleshed-out flagship. While its complete picture remains unclear heading into 2025, Pfeiffer's show has more emerging characters and updates than other offshoots, indicating momentum behind the Madison, making it more straightforward to anticipate. 1944 is another exciting prospect for Yellowstone. The spin-off would presumably focus on the Dutton family during the titular year. It was announced in tandem with the Madison, then called 2024. It was refreshing to know there were 2 more Yellowstone spin-offs in development, but 1944 has not progressed with the Madison and could be on Sheridan's back burner for now. Little progress has been announced on the mid-century saga, which would pick up the Dutton family's journey after 1923 Season 2. Christina Voro's update to TV Line indicated that the Yellowstone EP didn't know if 1944 was still in production, citing that the Yellowstone Season 5 finale closed the door on some series. It seems unlikely, however, that the finale would impact the chances of the prequel, which isn't affected by the conclusion of a modern-day tale. Hopefully, Sheridan makes 1944 after 1923's conclusion, since we'll wait to see how the story continues after Season 2. Another Yellowstone period piece is arguably the most worthy of excitement. Yellowstone has carved out a place in modern television history with its breathtaking landscapes, gripping family drama, and complex characters. As the Dutton family story continues to captivate audiences, 4 Yellowstone spin-offs are on the horizon, each promising something unique. From prequels to side stories, each has its appeal. Here's a ranked list of how excited we are for each of these upcoming spin-offs, based on anticipation, potential, and overall buzz. 1. 1923, premiering December 2022. The Yellowstone universe continues its journey through time with 1923, a prequel set during a tumultuous period in American history, starring Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren as Jacob and Cara Dutton. This series explores the Dutton family's survival through the challenges of the early 20th century. Why we're excited? First and foremost, the casting of Ford and Mirren as the heads of the Dutton family is a major win. The promise of their stellar performances brings a unique dynamic to the series. Add in the historical context of post-World War I America, the Prohibition era, and the early days of Western expansion, and you've got a perfect storm of rich drama and visual spectacle. 1923 dives into the roots of the Dutton legacy, offering fans an immersive look at how the family managed to overcome adversity during one of the most transformative eras in history. Additionally, the show is set against the rugged natural beauty of Montana, maintaining the same breathtaking landscape shots that Yellowstone fans have come to love. The tension, the family secrets, and the evolving power struggles set in this period make 1923 one of the most eagerly awaited spin-offs. 2. 6666, coming soon. The 6666 series is poised to delve into the modern world of ranching, focusing on the legendary 6666 Ranch in Texas. Known for its size and impact on the American West, this spin-off promises a closer look at what happens when the Yellowstone world crosses paths with new, gritty characters set in the southern landscape. The show will feature the backdrop of the real 6666 Ranch, which is one of the largest and oldest working ranches in the U.S. and a significant part of the American ranching legacy. Why we're excited? 6666 stands out for its connection to the modern-day ranching lifestyle and its promise to take viewers deep into the world of cowboys, cattle, and all things Western. For fans of Yellowstone, this show serves as an intriguing parallel to the Dutton family's world, offering insight into a different aspect of ranching life. Plus, with Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan's involvement, there's no doubt the show will be full of the same grit, drama, and edge that make Yellowstone so gripping. Expect a raw, unfiltered look at what it takes to survive on one of the most iconic ranches in the U.S. What's particularly enticing is the setting. The expansive Texas plains are far from the rugged Montana backdrop, offering an entirely different vibe and set of challenges for its characters. This change in scenery alone is enough to spark curiosity about what's in store. 3. 1932, announced release TBD. Following in the footsteps of 1923, 1932 is another prequel that will expand on the early years of the Dutton family, though it will take place a decade later. Set against the backdrop of the Great Depression and Prohibition, this spin-off promises to explore how the Duttons navigated even more turbulent times.